What do you want me to say? Something about your show?
I shit on myself in the womb.
Stop, Phil.
You fucking stink.
You know what? Fuck this.
Oh, because it's Hollingsworth, but it's worth less.
I don't want to hear about whatever you have to say.
The worthless of the week.
Yeah. Hey, you just gonna sit up there the whole time?
It's the fucking Phil Fox Scorpion.
It's a move, man.
You fucking dummy. Ugh. Look at what the fuck? How is it racist? Black people.
Oh, God. Oh, shoot me now, dude. Just shoot me now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless program. I'm one of your hosts, Big Irish Jay Hollingsworth, and we have the usual suspects, the Fab Four, the Fantastic Four, four men and a baby. Shout out to Miles, the Three's Company, and Mr. Furley. Sean's Mr. Furley. Come and knock on your door. What? The Hooligans, aka the Goon Squad. Starting with the BMW, the basic male white, the counterpoint, the get off my yard, or the 1%er, the human PSA, the wheel of fortunes, the there goes the neighborhood, the comedy cul-de-sac, Sean, the mechanical McCann.
Hey! Hey, thanks for having me.
Now I know why you go like this. The fucking holy shit. I'm deaf. Next up, we have
Wait,
Coco.
hold on.
What happened?
Before we
I just
go
want to say here on the HollingsWorthless podcast that we love all people. If we could have captions, we would. But we do apologize to those people that Jay was impersonating. I don't know who they were, but we just want to let you know that we love you all out there. So yeah. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep fighting the good fight.
Wow. Next up, we have the Coco co-host, the Black Don Juan, the Big Daddy, the Black M&M extra nuts, the Campbell soup because he's good.
Yikes.
The no PC, no Apple, all PC. Jesus. Fabulous. Rojas. Martin.
So good to be here. So good to see you all. Jay, good to see you again after seeing you live in person for a few days. Goddamn good.
And last but not least, we have the Seattle native, Chief Green Cloud, a.k.a. Hiawatha Smoking, a.k.a. Second the Weed, Pata Hot Mess, a.k.a. Chief Spittin' Bull, the Box Checker, Murderer. They call him the Uncancelable Murderer. Hey, I'm not racist. Tyler, don't call me Joseph Smith.
Hey.
All right. And Alice Mariah already commenting on Sean's beard.
To Jay.
Really quick. I'll get it over with now. Thank you guys for covering the podcast last week. I had to go to Portland. My dad's been ill, or I don't know. What do you say? Ill? I mean,
Yeah, well, we'll just say on the decline.
yeah.
Broke him on his way out.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's pretty accurate.
Oh God! Welcome to the show.
Fuck. You'll like this too, Tyler. But I was gonna say, but it was cool because I flew into Portland, then drove up to Seattle. I stayed at Tyler's, so I got to see Tyler, which it seems like it's almost every month I see you now, Tyler. And then the next night I stayed at Manulis's, and I got to meet Miles, and I got to see Manny's new place, the mansion. Oh, you don't have your fucking piano in the background today. I was gonna say I got to play with the pearly keys.
Did you play with that phonograph?
What'd you call me? So I got a call from my uncle today. I want to get this over with, and then we can get to more upbeat shit. So he told me that I guess my dad, he said him and Will, my cousin Will, who's the same age as my dad, they went in at different times yesterday, and they said that my dad looked really, really bad. And my uncle was there today, and he was like, we don't know if he might not make it through the day. And so I'm flying up there tomorrow Flying tomorrow there and then flying right back Thursday. But it's crazy. My uncle said I was there last week, and my uncle said, just know he doesn't look like how he looked last week. That's how bad.
Jesus.
I guess the decline was. So that was cool that you made that joke, Tyler.
Wow.
So
Accurate.
yeah.
Fuck. I love it. Doesn't even back down.
Doubled down. I get it. Yeah. Dude, I
Just
told
out of the side of his mouth too. He's accurate.
I was talking to Justin Tejan. You remember Tejan? Sean, the guy that
Wait, hold
fucked
on
you
a
over?
second. I can't
Yeah.
jog my memory.
This is literally just for us because Justin's not here. You know, the guy that fucked you over. But
Oh yeah.
I was telling Justin, and he was here like about 10 minutes ago before the podcast, and he was like, "Yeah, man."
Fucking you over.
So what? Yeah, no.
Fucking you over. Yeah.
And I jokingly, I told him, I was like, "Yeah, I got to tell my dad it's really inconvenience, this whole dying thing." My dad would laugh at that. Just
Yeah,
FYI.
no,
Yeah.
I love just how morbid we are. Like, I think I've told this
Dude.
story on here before, but like it was the day my dad died.
Dude,
like-
this is fucked.
Jay called and just checked on me, wanted to make sure I was okay. And then I think Kane was there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, how's Kane doing it? And he was like, better than your dad.
Kane said that. Kane said that. Yeah.
But it was the
Wow.
funniest shit to me. I was dying. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
man.
not
So
literally
was your
like my dad, but
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
What is wrong with us? But yeah, so
our comedians
Big
dealt
Cat,
with- yeah.
Big Cat's having trouble. So I'm looking forward to telling dead dad jokes. You mean for your own dad? What in the early 1900s is that in your background, man?
Oh no, these are the slave quarters. So-
Oh, this is our best episode.
Wow.
What a start. Well, let's keep it on a positive. Jeffrey Epstein's people. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Sean.
Oh, fill us in.
Bro, I don't know.
That's
if
what Jeffrey Epstein did.
I wasn't aware of all this. So for those that don't know, Jeffrey Epstein, we all know who Jeffrey Epstein is.
Yep.
So do you understand how many people have died that were around him?
No.
It's
Was it-
crazy.
Like suicide, or is it like
Like, is it Hillary
Oh.
Clinton numbers?
No, we'll never reach that. But it's interesting that you say that name. So here, let me just give it to you here real quick. So Jeffrey Epstein's associate, Stephen Hoffenberg, was found dead. This was on August 25th. He was found. They couldn't positively identify him yet. They have since, because his body was in such a state of decomposition. But he was, where is it? So he was awaiting trial on charges of child sex trafficking and conspiracy to commit sex trafficking. Was found hanged in his New York City prison cell in 2019. Oh no, sorry, that was Epstein was found hanged. This guy was found, I believe he was hung too. I'm trying to get to there's one of these he was 77 years old. It was ruled a suicide, but some believe he was killed. Why, you ask? Because
Hey, Sean,
he was,
Sean,
Yeah.
hold on.
I'll interrupt
Why?
you, yes? Yeah,
Why?
good question. Because he was found in the woods hanging with a shotgun wound through his chest.
What? So are they
So-
saying that he hung himself up?
And shot himself to
And
make
then-
sure he died. So there's one.
Wow.
The next one.
That's like that Nirvana guy. God, I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
same Kurt Cobain.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
He has like 3,000 milligrams of heroin in his system, and he had the wherewithal to shoot himself with a shotgun.
Yeah.
crazy?
Was
Um,
Courtney Love on that island?
yeah,
She got
exactly.
some shit to cover up.
Exactly. Then there was Jean-Luc Brunel.
I loved
And-
his martial arts movies.
I was gonna say I loved him on Star Trek, but okay, you beat me
Oh,
to it.
yours is better. All right, go on. Sorry.
75 years old,
Mm-hmm.
found hanging with his bed sheets in his cell,
Oh.
dead. He was his death came just days after Prince Andrew agreed to settle with Virginia Roberts, whoever her name was, for $10 million. This guy killed himself. He was accused of going out on numerous occasions and offer modeling jobs to underage European girls and take them to the U.S. to be farmed out to Epstein. He dies by hanging in his cell. Then
Damn.
there is
Mark Middleton.
Mark Middleton, who is what? Who is Mark Middleton, Manny?
So there's quite a few Mark Middletons on here, but he was a Clinton aide.
He was the former presidential advisor to Bill Clinton and was found dead hanging from a tree with what? A shotgun blast through his chest.
Suicide again.
Let's see. Illustrative.
Pack.
Damn.
It's insanity, dude. It's so weird. This is such, like, I think about all the Trump stories that are done or all the Biden stories that are done. Like, news agencies really dig into these things.
Yeah,
Right.
Because they make them a ton of money. Why haven't they dug into this at all? Who told them don't? Why isn't it's on their radar, dude? Because I'm just some dude in, living in Boston. I didn't want to give up that I live in Las Vegas. Living in Boston.
Good thing you didn't give that up.
It's crazy that nobody's picking up on this crazy stuff. There's obviously some kind of cover up going on here, and people are getting offed.
Well,
Dude.
I mean, you think about all the people who went to Epstein's Island. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I will say it is interesting that Bill Gates was there, that Trump was there, Clinton was there, that all these people, who have something to lose.
They found out Adele was there. I don't think any of you have you guys heard that?
What?
No.
Yeah. That Adele was there. Wouldn't that be crazy though if that was true?
Like a
That would be
computer?
nuts.
A computer?
Wouldn't that be nuts, Manny? Wouldn't that be nuts?
That'd
Wouldn't that
be
be nuts? I'm asking Tyler a question too. Wouldn't that be nuts, Tyler?
Do they have any Macs?
Isn't that crazy, Manny?
No
That's still
Windows?
crazy.
Microsoft? PCs?
So, anyways, that's the end of that story. Let's move on.
Dude,
shit.
well, hold on. The one thing you brought up that I didn't even know when you were saying that. So, what was it?
Oh,
Prince who? Prince who?
Prince.
Oh yeah, Prince Philip was another one, right? Who he also has.
No. When you said, was that who you said, or did you say
No,
Prince?
it's Prince.
Charles? Andrew?
No, the brother. I can't remember his name now. Prince
sorry.
Andrew.
Prince Andrew.
He was the one, right?
So he settled with someone?
$10 million with the blonde girl that you keep seeing pictures of him with his arm around, and
Wow.
Jeffrey Epstein. She got $10 million.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Michael's
what's crazy
blocked.
to
I
me-
just blocked him forever.
No, you didn't.
You know why? So people listening, I blocked him because he said Adele was there. Was there Max around too? And then he says, "Shit, Jay, you beat me to it."
Great comedy minds think alike. No, but so I never knew that he settled. I knew that I thought it was like all swept under the rug, and they kept mentioning, "Oh yeah, he was there. We don't know what." But so that's basically he's admitting that
Well,
something.
What he says when that happens, they're saying that it's going to cost too much optically and financially to go through this, so we'll just settle with you. $10 million, dude. And that
Yeah.
happened, by the way. I thought it was right here, but it happened.
So let me ask you
Whatever.
guys this: like, when they say
February.
$10 million, is that actually what you settle with, or do you
Yep.
have to pay taxes on that?
No, that's yours.
Oh, okay,
Oh
Yep.
shit!
nice.
Dude,
If you can get it, obviously she
Yeah.
got it, and she probably got it just in one single check. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Yep.
wired to her account.
Whereas you
about-
sue somebody down the street, they're broke. You don't ever
Right.
get the money. You just own
Yeah.
them essentially.
Right.
for
By the
life.
way, shout outs to Alice Mariah, B.S. Jeffrey, Michael Joseph, and Scott. Why? Why? But he
And
said
a good
the
point.
The Clintons' timeshare scandal must not be ignored.
Absolutely.
What's that?
What is
Philip
this?
Benson?
I don't know.
Oh, saying that
Whitewater?
timeshare over at
Yeah, it's
the
just a
Epstein
timeshare.
Island or something.
Dude, they must have done some nasty shit. To be
It's pretty
killing all
crazy when
these
you think
people.
about it, though. It's like
Like, what are you
I
trying
mean,
to cover up?
I mean,
Yeah,
there's-
man.
There's pictures of, or there's videos of Trump there. There's videos, or there's pictures of Bill Gates,
Adele.
Clinton.
I don't know why that was
Adele.
the non-believable name I came up with first.
Stephen
You
Hawkins
know,
was
just
there
the way you
too.
said it.
What up, Sanders? Yeah.
Did you know that Stephen Hawkins was on the island? There's
Hello,
another
bitches.
comic that does a lot of jokes about that, but he was like on the roster of names, and
Was he really? You're fucking around.
yeah, I'm not joking. He's really on there.
Wow. Hey.
Do
Yeah.
not move. I will be there shortly. Grab my penis.
oh, ejaculating.
He's actually just hitting the letter O. Oh.
Oh,
Jesus.
God, rest in peace.
Yikes.
And then
Alright.
Sanders comes in with "Happy Tuesday, everyone."
Well, speaking of scandals or whatever, sort of, did you see did you hear about Kanye meeting up with Trump?
Oh my God!
And he asked
whole
Trump to
crew.
be the vice president.
That's
And
like-
And the crew he came in with
Yeah.
Milo and that
yeah, one was a white supremacist
white
apparently or some
supremacist
shit.
dude.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, I don't get it. It's like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like,
so you're saying Kanye, like a pedophile and a Nazi, walk
walk
into a Trump's office? That's what that fucking podcast or that clip you sent me. It sounded like- I'm just like,
Dude.
all right. I don't know.
it's
what's
insane.
going
And
on
then,
here.
it's like they're doing damage control because what Trump said, the white supremacist gets him. He just gets me. It's like,
yeah, I
fuck,
bet.
dude, who says that? And also, like, on Kanye's level, like, motherfucker, like, you're that arrogant to think that somebody who's been president will be your vice
Yeah.
president. Like, I don't get
I
it.
do like that.
I mean,
I
yeah.
I'm so saddened and disappointed by Kanye, man. And
Yeah.
the things he's
You've
doing.
been the supporter. You've been the
Yeah.
fucking never leave
I
the
have.
side.
Yeah, because I just didn't feel like it was gonna reach a fevered pitch where I felt like for a long time, and I still feel like I was feeling the right thing at the time, but obviously not, that he was expressing himself in a lot of different places, but he didn't he wasn't articulating himself right or very well.
I see what
And
you like
now
you just know that
well, I don't even I just dude, you can't stand for now, dude. I don't want to cancel him. I don't want to cancel anybody, which we need to talk about Will Smith. I don't want to cancel anybody, but dude, this is so disheartening. I don't support any of it. I think he's going down the wrong path. It just sucks, dude.
Yeah,
really
it
sucks.
But like we've talked about this time and time again, it is the yes man syndrome. Like, everybody has told him yes for the last 10, 20 years, right? Since he's gotten big, he hasn't had anybody telling him no. Let's see, Sanders said everything he rapped about, he's now doing. How are we surprised? Yeah, I mean, I'm not very surprised, but it's also tough when you don't have the people who ground you. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about, I mean, his mom was like his rock.
Yep.
I mean, the person who literally told him, like, Kanye, a giant doesn't see himself as a giant in the mirror, and that was the quote she always hit him with, and it made him think, made him stop and reflect on it. But it's like now there's nobody to do that. I mean, what, Kim Kardashian's going to tell you to tone it down? No, she's got her own TV show, sex tape, and everything else. It's like,
yeah, dude,
you just don't have. And then also people around you who have money, they know they can manipulate you into believing or doing whatever else, but he's still I think that there's like Sean says, there's still an ounce of intelligence in there. There's an intelligent human being in there somewhere. It's just somebody who's very
mixed
caught
up.
very mixed up, and has just has these crazy conspiracy theories. Like, when you like continually are just saying the Jews did this, like, bruh, like and he just won't let it go. He actually was in a right wing podcast today, I saw, or like
I saw that.
Tim Cast.
yeah, and then literally the guy was like, you can't say all Jewish people because it's not all Jewish people that own any one thing. Yeah, maybe there's a few Jewish people who own this thing who cancel who are canceling you.
Say their names.
Yeah, exactly, right. I mean,
that's what you should be doing,
right? But that's the thing. It's like, imagine how hurt Kanye would be if he was still in his right state of mind. If people were like, oh, all black people are this, all
or how about this? All white people are this.
Exactly, because that's
I think we hear that every day.
Isn't Kanye one of those people that is also saying?
Yeah, he is. I mean, he says white lives matter,
tone
right?
down, dude. That shit's got to tone down.
Yeah.
Because I would even say this: if I was just some dude who had no life experience and moved to Hawthorne and then experienced what I experienced in Hawthorne, I would say all black folks are gang members.
Right.
All black folks hate white people. They throw shit at them. They egg them. Like, That's not how you go down the road, right?
Right.
So for those that don't know, that was Sean's first day he moved to Hawthorne.
Fuck, that's
Oh,
crazy.
I had a
fuck.
guy try to rob me. I had
By finger
people,
gunpoint.
yeah, people telling me they're gonna kill me at the 7-Eleven. I had eggs thrown on me. I had white bitch, thrown out
Jeez,
the window.
White pimp. He had white bitches.
But
Man.
but the point is though, I don't come from that background. I cancel Sean, cancel the people that did that shit to Sean. I don't cancel me. But no, I come from fortunately for me, a very eclectic background. And so I think I might have a different perspective. But
Right.
the thing is, dude, is we got to be real careful when we talk about all these people doing this and all these people doing that. That's
Right.
a real slippery slope.
It really is. I mean, it's not just a monolith. of anything.
Oh, hold on.
Where'd that
Shots
go? Yeah, put that up.
fired. Alice Mariah said, Sean, that wasn't a white thing. I think that was just a nerd thing. LOL.
Yeah, it could be. It could also be, how like when the garbage man goes out to pick up garbage and the trash like kind of gravitates towards him. It could be that too.
We'll probably get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of canceled, Will Smith on with Trevor Noah. Yeah, that was
That was
interesting.
Crazy to watch, dude.
I haven't watched it all, so yeah, break it down for us.
I watched the whole thing, dude. He puts it on everybody and everything else. It
But
was
himself.
so
Really?
weird to watch. And Trevor Noah just feeds into it, but he's like, I guess I just snapped, and you just saw the little boy who used to get beat on all the time coming out, and this is the message I would give everybody: is we just need to be nice to each other. We have to think that the person next to you, your mom just got diagnosed with cancer. Your friend just died. Your husband, we don't know those people sitting around us. We don't know what they're going through. And so when you say stuff, you don't know what that person's going through and something might happen. I'm like, dude, do you not hear yourself? And he starts crying. I'm like, okay, actor.
That's in that echo chamber again, right?
Oh.
Where it's just like then he goes on to quote the Kendrick Lamar song. He's like, yeah, hurt people,
Yep.
And it's like, Jesus,
Right.
like, was this all rehorsed?
Oh, it was gross, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty bad because
gross.
I did see that part of the clip where he was basically saying, that it was the same little boy who saw his mom getting beat on by his dad, and it like you said, now that you kind of broke it down, I didn't even see that. It's like everybody else around him was the cause of the boil up. It wasn't, hey, I just wasn't in control of myself. And
I'm just gonna say this. Message to Alice and BS Jeffrey. I'm probably the coolest dude either of you two know. Probably got the most swag and probably the coolest fucker either of you two know in this whole world.
Definitely the most money.
Well, that goes without saying.
It's tough because it's like there'll always be this kid in me that loves Will Smith. You know what I mean? Like I grew up on Fresh Prince. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince CD was one of my favorites. Like every track on his second album was a banger, and so
my dad didn't really like it. My mom and dad actually didn't like Will Smith stuff.
Really,
parents just don't understand.
Yeah, no, that's true. Sometimes they don't understand. When they hear something, they might not get it.
Right.
Well, I understand that.
My parents wouldn't let me listen to that.
Why not?
And the funny thing is, he's not lying. Oh my god, it's the best. You saw him.
Sean is so angry right now.
Is Jay's internet breaking up, or is that me?
It's probably
it's Jay.
It's Jay's internet.
No,
dude. When I was young, it was so funny. Like my first things that my parents let me listen to were all Christian music.
Oh wow!
So do you guys know who DC Talk is?
Yeah. Disciples of Christ talk.
What?
Striper, Petra.
How do you? All right, tight. Yeah, that was the first concert I ever went to.
He went to their concert. Oh man,
I was like,
is that them?
I was like 6 or 7. I guess so.
Wow.
I couldn't tell you, but anyways, I remember I was sitting in the front row with my friends, and we were all just sitting there kind of talking shit. We were like, who are these guys? I don't even know who these guys are. Like, this is gonna be dumb, I bet. And then it was like the crew next to us was the band, and they got up and went on stage. They were like, oh, they heard us talking shit this whole time.
Dude, I will
real
also
quick because you brought it up. First concerts. First concert.
First concerts.
Regardless of what the art was, what's your first concert?
Damn.
Mine was Biggie with Jodeci, Adina Howard, and I think there's somebody else.
Wow, that was like 4 or something.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Mine was I think Summer Jam 97. And it was Jay-Z, Missy Elliott, Bow Wow, and The Brat, and I think a few other people. I can't even
It'd be a good show. It'd be a good show.
I think two
especially
shows.
then.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Tyler
Yeah.
had, that's cool. I mean, that's cool, Manny, but Tyler had DC Talk.
Yeah.
DC Talk, bro.
What was yours,
Disciples
Sean?
of Christ, as I just found out.
Mine was Pauly Shore.
I love it.
He
That was
did
my
music.
first live show. No, it was any art. That was my first
Oh,
live
oh.
show.
Alright, gotcha.
Mine might have been
Dude.
Dennis Miller then. I remember going to see Dennis Miller stand up with my pops, like I think at a college in Oregon.
That'd be
Yeah.
that'd be back in the early 90s.
I was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, my first stand-up that I ever saw was Bill Cosby.
Ooh, that's weird.
Must have been touching.
What? Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
I,
All right. I was working
I
on
fell
something. That
asleep
was
during it.
Oh, you
And it
know,
wasn't
hey,
at a club. It was his hotel room.
dude, speaking of falling asleep at a comedy show, like I was front row, Trevor Noah, right in front of me, fell asleep through 30 minutes of his set. Surprised he didn't call me out. Like,
Oh, you fell asleep. I thought
I
you meant
You
asleep.
fell
Well, of
asleep.
course. I mean, what
See?
else would you do at that show? My first show, but my first stand-up show, by the way, was in 2000. And when I was exposed to, my first show was at the Comedy Store, and it was Joe Rogan.
wow.
And for me, when I went there, it was Joe Rogan was the host of that Fear Factor show.
Right.
Wasn't a comedian. He was on. I used to watch News Radio. Right. And then that happened. And then the one I just said. So that's what it was. I go in there, and dude, there was this thing I'd never witnessed before. There's these girls over in the corner. And by the way, it's like midnight or something at the Comedy Store on a Friday. So it's like, dark, dirty, whatever. Over here are this group of chicks that keep like screaming shit out. And then he got so far inside their assholes. And I learned that was heckling. I didn't know what a heckle was.
Right.
And I didn't know that this is what stand-up was.
Man.
And dude, that was the moment I fell in love. I'll never forget sitting in that room, and I was like, holy shit, I love this. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I think mine was Linnell. I don't know if you guys know her, but she's,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't? Well, how old is B.S. Jeffrey? 68?
He's probably around your age.
Yeah.
How did he go to a show in 80? My age, so he's 30s. How did he go to a show when he's 2? No, he went to a show in 84.
So yeah, he's probably born in 70.
Huh?
Maybe.
Oh,
But I'm surprised. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Alice
when I
Mariah
was
said, "What was
conceived."
your all's first time doing? What year was your all's first time doing stand up? Mine was 2008, August 8th or August 28th, 2008, and I still have the video.
Yeah, I think mine was 2008, if I'm not mistaken, and it was at Laughs, and I just remember like I had been
He's almost as old as you, Jay. Go ahead.
I had been I'd been building up to get into it, and I was like, everybody was like, "You're a pussy, you're never gonna do it." And then I finally did it, but I just remember my voice cracked, and then I said like, said something about how small my dick was, and the whole crowd laughed, and
Like,
you think you're doing so well, and then you go back and watch, and you're like, ugh,
Oh,
God.
dude.
Yeah.
Tyler,
September 2009.
and Sean.
1973. I was at the
I was in my dad's dick and balls. I wanted to tell you something really quick. So like I said at the beginning of the show, you guys covering the podcast last week, or
Best show we've probably had, by the way.
Yeah.
So I posted a clip of it, promoting for today, and it was the clip where you were talking about Gen Zers taking cry breaks.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I posted that clip on TikTok, and somebody just wrote, "These men are sad." So I replied,
Oh, they
and
get it.
I said, "Oh, you should go take a cry break." And then, dude, it's so crazy how you'd. What do you mean before he is Christ? Just kidding. Blasphemy. No, yeah. It's crazy how being unaware you could get in trouble. I posted a daily video about, I don't even know who this chick is.
Oh yeah,
Big
I saw
Ange
that.
from
That's your
Mob
problem.
Wives.
That's your
Yeah.
problem. You called
Yeah.
that chick.
And I wasn't shitting on her appearance. I wasn't shitting on her voice sounds like this. And I just said, God, that voice is terrifying, right? And then I just did dumb jokes about her voice. Come to find out, she died of cancer, apparently. Ugh, yikes. But some people were like, real classy. She died of cancer, you asshole. I'm like, I don't fucking know this chick. I didn't know.
Why does that matter about any of it?
Yeah, dude. Fucking so dumb.
The people are they're
And-
still on this whole trying to cancel people
Yeah.
shit. There just needs to be two societies. One where you're held accountable for every single word that you have ever said in your whole life. And I won't be a part of that. And then I'll be a part of the other one that's a little more insane. But you know what? At least we can talk.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you guys
I always
see-
like to lean into it whenever I get like, are you serious? Like I used to have a joke where there was like something about mixing some strains of weed and they called it Sarah
Oh.
Palin was the punchline. And I used to say like it would get you like retarded high. And then people were like, this was like in the 2009s when you were allowed to say retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was saying that, and people would be like, you know, she has a child with Down syndrome. And then I'd be like, oh, that's going in the joke for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What was your Ali joke?
The what?
Your Muhammad Ali joke? Your car?
Oh, that is just, yeah, it's just a car that once it gets over 65 on the freeway, it starts shaking uncontrollably. I have a lot of jokes about that because people get like so offended that I'm like, should I change it to Michael J. Fox? And like,
Dear God, seeing
should I
Mike
ch-
recently,
yeah,
that
right?
was awful.
I love
You know
the
what's
fix is just changing the person, but it's
They
just
all
change
other
the
shit.
person?
Yeah.
Is it because he's black? Is that why you were offended?
well, I mean, God, it's like, you know, me and Jay, we always talked about this, but the difference between a groan and a laugh, you know, and how we thought they were all the same thing when you originally started. And the older you get, you're like, oh, okay. So, you know, the laugh is way better than the groan. And
Somebody said about that, and I've been noticing it when I see a clip that that began with when Jay Leno took over the Tonight Show, the groan.
Oh, yeah. I remember you seeing that.
Yeah, and if you watch old episodes,
So-
it feels true.
So Johnny Carson so the transition, because Johnny always had him laughing versus
And
Leno.
he came in there, and plus it was just the air of like society, you know,
Right.
like groaning.
I wonder would it have been
So
different.
off-putting.
What do you think it would have been if Letterman had gotten it instead?
The groan.
Man.
Oh, what? Now, how is
It would've
this
been-
a thing that's okay?
Someone just throw a cat at you with the
I know it
Yeah,
looked like
Sean's-
somebody literally threw the cat at you.
Sean's cat just has made an appearance.
No, she's not supposed to be up here. Get your tail down, weirdo.
Have
But see, that's the thing with Letterman too, is that Letterman was funny and didn't provoke the
audience.
groan.
Oh, I see. What
Yeah,
you're
and he
saying.
was edgy too, though. It was just
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, he.
Mhm.
His delivery is much different, though. I mean, he
Yeah.
can, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's likable.
yeah.
Did you guys
yeah.
see Kraft, as in Kraft mac and cheese?
Yeah.
You know about this lawsuit?
Stupid.
No.
Oh.
It's like
They-
$5
was
million or
The
something.
Craft. Love
Is it
that
about-
movie.
Is it about cheese? Oh my God.
So a lady,
brother's
a
so
lady, is saying that they false advertise because they say their shells and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese takes long. It says it's ready in 3.5 minutes, and she said that's false advertising. It takes more than 3.5 minutes because you put it in the mic 3.5 minutes, but you still have to open the box, put it in a bowl, add water, stir it up, all that shit.
Nice.
So she's
suing for $5 million.
Class
in
action.
damages.
She wants to do a class action
That's
lawsuit. She's
insane.
looking for people to join.
I
Man.
just can't stand people.
No.
I'm done with society. I don't even want to. This is why I don't go.
It's
out
like
much.
that kid that didn't get that jet from the Pepsi commercial.
I haven't finished it yet. Hold on.
No, yeah, I haven't finished
I
it
got
either.
2 episodes left.
I'm excited to watch it though.
Great
Well,
documentary.
it ends with a mac and cheese lawsuit.
Oh man. What
And
else we got?
did you guys see? This is so stupid. Did you see the Washington Commanders football player with the big hat?
No
The Washington what?
Commanders.
Yeah, it used to be the
No.
Washington Redskins.
Was it the tribute?
No,
Whoa.
No.
no, not the Sean Taylor tribute. Sorry, Tyler, I didn't mean to offend. So look at this.
Jesus.
That's not Photoshop. That picture. You see that giant hat?
Yeah.
Tight.
So he wore that, and people were like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "Big hat." He said he had some line, funny line. It's his buddy's thing.
Mm.
Yeah, Michael City's promoting some dude. Yeah, I think it's his friends. Their hat sales have gone up 2,000% since this.
Wow.
Dude.
People are buying that. Would you wear that shit?
No.
What the fuck would you do?
I think it's great.
I bet you it'll start a trend. I bet you people start wearing big hats for no reason.
I love it
game I
when
can
there's
see.
new futuristic, like crazy trends. Like we're in a different dimension all of a sudden. People wear
Yeah.
giant hats.
Noggin
Dude,
boss.
When I went
mean-
to China, everybody over there wore their hat on top of their head.
Kind of
Oh,
like the baseball dad, right?
Like
Like
that?
way up there, yeah. But like that's almost too low for like some of them. It
And
was
you have to
like,
Or
tip
like,
it
or
forward.
like that.
no, like just like it was
Sitting on the-
placed perfectly on the very tippy top, like that. That's how they wear it. That's how they wear it. And
So
the couple and boys and girls, they're couples, they dress exactly the same.
Wow, like they're going to like a
Interesting.
Sadie Hawkins dance or something.
Exactly.
God,
I
who
thought
would
it
wear
was
the
tight
same
as
outfits?
fuck.
Sean.
I'm like, that'd be so cool. Have you guys seen my girlfriend? She looks exactly like me. Have you seen it? I need to fight her.
I'm sleeping with myself.
Dude, tell me if you guys can read this. I got this. This was not even a DM. This is just on Twitter for everybody to see. This was sent. This was messaged to me.
I love to buy feet pictures. Send me a text.
From a
Was
dude
that
named Michael.
Michael
yeah,
Joseph?
Michael Joseph. Yeah, I'd love to buy feet pictures. Send me a text.
Maybe
First
you
of
should
all-
just send him the feet picture. Or like a quote, and
Well, I
then
mean,
you don't
you
have
know,
to
what
get so
kind of-
public about
I mean,
it.
like how much? Like okay, so let's run the scenario. What if they're asking
Here's the other thing. He says,
$10,000?
he says, send me a text. I don't know who the fuck you are. How am I supposed to text you?
Okay, what would be the minimum somebody would have to hit you with?
Yeah,
for
man.
feet
If they say,
And
if they
keep in
say
mind,
straight
this
up,
could be a reoccurring, like a
$100.
monthly subscription. You know,
Yeah, I'm kind of with Sean. I think $100 is
Who gives a shit? I'll send everybody pictures of my feet.
yeah for $100.
you're not even gonna charge. You fucking
No,
slut.
for $100. $100
Oh,
a shot.
Gotcha. Damn.
It's
All right.
wild though that people really are like obsessed with feet, but I guess when
Yeah, it
you
is.
ultimately think about it, it's a part of the body that's covered up that you don't see very much, I guess, and maybe
For a
that's the
reason.
turn on for people. I don't
I don't know, man.
Because,
It's
you
so
know,
weird to
nasty.
me.
The old owner of the parlor, he had an obsession with feet, and that's why he always had me host those stupid shoe contests. for women.
what?
Like, oh, this is. Do you remember that, Jay? When there was that big shoe in the middle of the parlor,
No.
I had to, and Ruben was like, "Yeah, if you don't mind hosting it, we'll pay you." But yeah, Steven has an obsessed with he's obsessed with feet. I was like, all right, whatever.
I wonder if that was just a shitty rumor that he was trying to spread about him.
All right.
Like, I don't want to do this fucking shoe thing. I'm just gonna tell everybody he's got a foot fetish, fucking foot freak. Take that,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
What's a derogatory term for people who are into feet?
What is it? Athlete
Bootlicker?
foot.
No, that's not right.
Soulless. Don't try to get attention like I'm getting. You're a fool. Yours is intentional. Mine just happenstance.
Oh my god.
Well,
So
no,
good.
just giving
Is
my
that what
dog
we're
some love.
Blue Bear. Get in here.
Yeah,
Gross.
Manny's gonna bring Miles and just trump
I
everybody.
know, right? I'll be like,
Blue
hello.
Bear.
Likely he's going down for bed.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd pay for
see?
Sean kitty cuddles.
Right now. Ooh.
Blue Bear.
You get it. You
You
get
know, that's the crazy thing is there's something that everybody can probably somebody would buy online. And so
it. Yeah,
yeah.
that's very true,
Get the
dude.
fuck outta here.
People buy bathwater for
Fucking
Christ's
chili.
sake.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
All right. let's
Okay,
see
what's
what-
this investing in blue chip art?
Oh yeah.
This is very
Sean?
interesting to me, dude. This is a new thing. So this is like
Oh, like blue potato chips.
no.
Wait.
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. Blue chip art.
No, it's
No.
like, yeah, nice.
So the idea is, and there's a company out. I didn't get the name of the company, but there's a company in particular that's doing this where it's basically like transactions for art. So you can't afford a Van Gogh that's like $30 million, but you can buy into it and own a portion of it, and then it trades like blue chip stocks. So as the price goes up, you can cash out or keep going, invest, whatever. But it's interesting, dude. Like you can own actual whatever, man.
Oh my god! Like
Yeah.
I know this sounds horrible, but your dog is dark as fuck.
I know. I love it. He's black as midnight.
Finish what you were saying, Sean. You
All done.
no.
Uh,
Oh,
God.
dude, no. It's like a guy playing his jazz, and then all of a sudden, like, fucking people start talking and like, hey, yeah, let's talk about our cars. And you're like, oh, okay, we're done. Go ahead and finish.
Oh
Get
my
back
god!
in your zone. Doesn't work
What a
like
great
that.
analogy. Well, he's just stroking the cat. I love it. So good.
Sean,
I own.
that
Venus
was a
in
pretty
my wallet.
fucking great analogy.
It really
Uh,
was.
Comedy since in '73.
Yeah. No. so-
Investing in blue chip art. I still actually want to understand this. So you
We'll
can't
talk
own
later.
Okay.
All right. Do we talk about World Cup or we talk about? Oh no, I skipped over one.
Oh, Dwayne Wade's 15-year-old transgender daughter.
Yeah.
So she wants to change her name and her gender, and the mom, because they're divorced, the mom though is like, nah,
Wait, they're
And so-
divorced?
not the
Not
original.
Gabrielle
or, I mean,
Union.
not Gabrielle
But
Union.
the mom of the actual
Yeah.
child, like I think Gabrielle only has one with him.
Oh, I thought that was theirs, but it's just his.
Yeah, that's
That-
just his.
that
Oh.
And then he has
theirs.
Whatever.
another kid from another relationship who's like really good in basketball. And then he has, I think, just one with Gabrielle, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Okay.
So
Sports guy.
Yeah, that you know what? That's funny though, Sean. You saying that's theirs? Is that wrong? Because like if you don't know somebody's fucking pronouns or their gender or whatever, or they're transitioning, and you don't want to offend, is it bad to be like, those that thing, that person, not thing,
Not about that thing.
yeah, it might be a bit much.
that's there because you said that's theirs, and I'm like, would that be right? Is that the right way?
Look, I'm gonna say this. It's kind of on the same trip, but a little different. Dude, somebody today tried to be offended that I said Iran as a country
Oh, instead of Iran.
instead of Iran.
Iran.
And my comeback was, is this really the thing that we want to be concerned with?
Ooh.
I've heard Oregon my whole life.
Right.
I've heard people call Illinois. I've heard people,
New
louse up Nevada or
Yeah.
Colorado.
Nolans.
It's not because anybody's disrespecting anybody. It's different dialects. It's the way people talk from coast to coast, north to south. We got to get
Right.
So when I say Iran, let it go,
yeah, who gives a fuck?
Oh, you're from
there's- let it go.
Oregon?
right? It's just like, dude, let it go. Why is this the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people are just
Mhm.
I just
That's how I
don't
feel about when I mispronounce people's names.
Dude, that's the
fucking let
thing
it go.
too. My name gets mispronounced all the time.
Oh, dude.
I don't get offended by it. And people always ask me how to spell my name. And then they generally say, is it SHA? And I'm like, no, it's SE. And they're like, oh, okay. nobody's
Mm.
disrespecting me. I don't
Imagine-
feel disrespected because they don't know how to pronounce it or they don't know how to spell it. It's really nothing to even observe. You just move past it. It's not even a thing to move past.
Exactly.
It
Like
just is.
Like
Yeah.
imagine having a name
You're
like
cannibal.
Manulus going through elementary school and having teachers, substitutes all butcher it to the point where even some people are just like, last name Martin. You're just like, yeah, that's me. You know what I mean?
Because
It's
what was
like-
your name? That was it Manulus or was it Manny?
Yeah, well, it was Manulus. Well, they always have your government name,
Yeah.
even though it's like Manny, they're taking roll, but they're like, is Manulus Martin here? And it's like, it would be like Manulus, Manulus, Manulus. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Dude, my mom's name is Murray.
Yeah.
She's dealt with it forever. Mary, whatever, all these different, but and then how do you spell
Yeah.
it? Who cares?
People fuck up. People fuck up my name all the time. I mean,
What the last name?
non-Americans first name. My best friend's parents growing up were French. They'd always call me Taylor, and I was like, "You guys, I'm still fucking mad every time you say that." Like I just walk in the door, and they're like Taylor, and I'm like, "God, it's not my fucking name."
They're like Taylor Smite.
Taylor. Smith.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I got called money by like people from other countries. But what is it with people that is this like? Is your day so fucked up? Is your life so small that these are the things that bother you? Like, there's so many more things to be upset about. I mean, the world could be ending with global warming. I mean, there's somebody out there who doesn't have food to eat. There's kids who are starving. But you want to be mad about how somebody pronounced something? Like, fuck all the way off. Like,
Yeah, and also, you don't know what the guy next to you is going through. This person, their mom might have died. That person's friend, might be sick. Let's just be nicer to everybody.
Oh God,
Dude, when I was moving to Boston from Oregon, I was talking to a guy. He was like, "Oh, where are you moving?" And I was like, "Oh, Portland, Oregon." He goes, "Oh, Oregon." He goes, "You got a horse? You got a horse?"
Horse? What?
Probably
it's
from
not
Oregon
even
Trail.
Oregon. It's really more Oregin. It's
Oregon.
It's Oregon.
Yeah.
You put a
Right.
gin on the end of it. It's Oregon.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nevada, not Nevada.
I want to. So Manny, we can also get to the other shit on the next episode, but I want to hear about. So Manny went and did stand up for the first time since pre-COVID.
Oh,
2.5 years.
Snap.
That shit was wild. So
Where at? How much time? What's the show?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
So
Money.
it was the crocodile, but it was the venue behind the crocodile, which is like it's
The alligator.
I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, the
I
show
like it.
the show was called Who's High, and I had to do 2 8-minute sets. So basically
It's like Tyler's dope show.
basically the improvers get high and then they improv off of my stand-up.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Go ahead.
It was actually pretty entertaining.
Okay.
So I did I had to do 2 8-minute sets, and I'm just like, Crystal was like, make sure that you try the new stuff because you have shows coming up, and then I called Jay and I'm just like, fuck all that. I'm like, Jay was like, just get your sea legs back under you with your material. Don't be trying out to do new stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, you're right. And so I went out there, and man, my heart was just pounding. It was like, I was like, man, I haven't been this nervous in a long time. I get up there and I just look at them and they're all smiling. And I was like, okay, you know how to do this. And then I started with, a little bit of crowd work, got into my material. It was funny because all the like improvers minus one girl was like, all of them were white. And so I was like, God, I'm doing all this black material. How are they going to improv off this shit? You know what I mean? And I literally said that to the crowd, but all of it went really well. I mean, I missed a few tags on some older stuff, but it went really well. And it was just like, I'll never forget when Chappelle came back and he was talking about that on, I think it was Inside the Actor Studio. He was like, man, it was my first time back. And he was like, man, those people really just kind of held me up. And, it was like, comedy, he said, had been the most consistent part of his life for a long time. And it was like, for me, it was like, that was all we knew. It was like show after show after show, Parlor, this, TCC, Underground, and it just felt good to be back. So it was good.
You get that sometimes where like a majority of the time you feel like you give your energy to the audience, but then every once in a while there'll be ones where you're like going on stage, you're like, fuck, I'm tired. Like I'm tired as shit, but I got a show after this. And then, there's sometimes where the audience gives you the energy. You're like, oh, fuck, this audience is awesome. And then, dude, you what you should have done with that improv group is be like, I have a whole 10-minute bit about the N-word. You guys ready? Ready to improv this?
That'd been great. Well,
the crazy thing is the person before me, I guess, on the last show, so this was like a few weeks ago, was doing jokes on suicide, and it wasn't funny. And they were just like, they were saying that they couldn't improv off it. They said it was fucking awful.
Yeah, totally.
Dude. One time I was gonna do that improv show, like, so basically the comedian does stand up and then the improv group goes up and does stand up after you. It's not like the high version, but it was just a different version of that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make it, so I sent another comic, but I didn't tell them what the show was. And they got there, they're like, did you just sign me up for a fucking improv show, bro?
Who was the comic? Do we know him?
Yeah, it was Jesse Wyrick.
Oh shit. That's hilarious.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So it went well, Manulus.
Yeah, it went really well. And so I'll be doing some more stuff.
Nice.
Sean possibly had a break-in. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I heard.
Would you do a dope show?
Yeah, I think so. It's still so tough with COVID and like RSV, and then having a 1-year-old. It's a little nerve-wracking.
RSV.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently like kids under 5 have been dying of it. So
what is RSV?
Wait, what's
I don't even
RSV?
know what that is.
It's like
RSV,
a new flu type thing, right?
So it's like the new,
respiratory syncytial virus.
Yeah, so that's the big one now with kids. I mean, Miles is all vaccinated, but it's just trying to keep him from RSV. So it's just, I still had a mask on out there. There was like 3 people who were like literally masked up, and then everybody else was just like, let's get high and share blunts. I was like,
oh, and you had a mask on at the show?
Yeah, well, not while I was on stage.
Okay.
Yeah, that would have been weird,
dude.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
so Tyler, if Manny or if Manny ever does the dope show, I want to do that show too. I don't need to close it out or whatever. I just want to be a part of that show, and then we'll get high and fucking yeah.
I was gonna say, do you want to do? We can do it January 14th.
Let me double check because I have.
Pull your calendar out right now. Right now.
I'll double check.
We're doing our dates right now, anyways.
Actually, yeah, we do got to do our plugs here. But yeah, I want to fucking do that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I did one with Jubal a long time ago. It was Tyler's show. No, sorry, name drop.
That's the theater. That was a great one.
Yeah, that was a fun show.
You got high, Manny?
Yeah, I just did a little bit, not a lot.
I got a photo of him smoking weed.
Yeah,
never.
I'm gonna
going
give
for
it
president.
to his kid one day.
That was just pretend smoke, son.
Yeah, on his 21st birthday, I'm gonna give him that with like
Hell
a
yeah.
fucking bunch of weed in it.
Yeah, right. You're gonna give it to him on his 13th birthday. Be like, here you go, buddy.
This is when I started smoking weed. All right, here's a picture of your dad doing it, so don't believe anything he says.
All right, let's do the plug, Sean.
Hey, I'm just here supporting all you guys. Really happy with all right, whatever.
You made all the money off the arenas.
You get it.
So you can just chill. All right, Manulus.
Yeah, so let's see. We are on the 11th at Snoqualmie with Adam Ray. On the 16th, I will be over at Laugh Tech, Decibel Brewing, and then on the 20, I think it's the 20th. I'll double check that, but Trenchers, I'll be closing that out. So
there's a place called Laugh Tech.
It's Laugh Tech is the organization, but they're the Decibel Brewing is the venue.
Okay, so. Laugh Tech needs to change their name. That is
a lot of Indian comedians in that.
Yeah, that technically was a laugh.
Well, technically, here's what they do. They teach Laugh Tech teaches businesses how to get sales through like being funnier, being looser with
Damn them. Do not do that. I hate that idea. We're gonna teach you how to be funny at work.
Yeah, and apparently
more of that.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
What accent was that, Jay? Was that
Did
All right.
That's a laugh
John
tech.
just-
That's a laugh tech.
that
I
was-
just want to say here on the HollingsWorthless podcast that we love people of all accents, and we don't know what accent that was, but we
It was my Irish. I'm just not
Oh,
very good at accents. What is that?
Oh, what do you got lined up
Sister Taylor.
Why does this
Taylor.
filter come with a mustache?
All right, Tyler, what are you plugging?
Dude, I got 5 dope shows coming up, baby. Every weekend of the year. Last weekend we had 2 at Bremerton and in Everett, and they were fantastic, by the way. This weekend we got Kermit Apio headlining with
Nice.
with Sherry Hardman and Nick something and
He's funny.
and Jeff
And well
Everett.
respected, it seems, too.
He's one of my favorite.
Dude,
I love all his clips.
I regret saying all their names because I was like, shit, I don't know this guy's name. I save it in their phone as it'll autofill the rest on Facebook, and I'll learn it at the show.
You
But no,
typed in this
he's
Nick
a really
comedian.
who?
Nick comedian.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Don't worry about him. We got Kermit Apio. He's the he's the headliner, and we got a bunch of other comics to sacrifice for your entertainment. It's gonna be great. And then coming up after that, I'll just tell you guys next week. But
All right. I'm the Cellar tonight. I have this weekend I'm in McKinney, Texas at the Comedy Arena. Next weekend I'm in here in Vegas at Oyo, doing shows all weekend.
Jesus, what is that for today?
God.
Oyo. What? I'm just saying Oyo. I don't know. Was that an accent? Fuck,
Feels like it.
I'm being racist when I don't even know it.
Jesus
The week
Christ.
the 20th to the 24th I'll be at Brad Garrett's
Wait, I can't
Comedy
see my hands.
and I just got the links for what the fuck is that?
Sorry. I was trying to pray, but then my hands just kind of showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I'm sneaking a prayer over here.
That's very weird, dude.
You look like you're like one of those possessed, like demonic. Oh my god.
I just got the link for the shows that we're all doing in March in Boston. We're St. Patty's Day weekend, Friday the 17th and Saturday the 18th at Last, and the whole crew's going to be there.
The whole crew.
So go to bigirishj.com to get tickets, and until next week, thanks everybody for turning.
Wait.
Oh.
What were those dates for March? It was March 16th, 17th, and what?
18.
March 17th and 18th is the shows, and then Sunday the 19th is when the parade is, if you want to stay for the parade.
Press 1
So,
for punchline fixes.
I got a
Press
response,
2
and
for
we
tag.
might do a dope
Press
show
3
on
for
the
crowd work.
Thursday,
Did
the
you-
16th.
Did he respond to you?
Yeah, he responded.
Holy shit, dude.
So let's all go for Thursday too.
Okay, it's fuck, dude. Oh shit, I'm gonna call you on my way to the cellar. All right. Until next week.
Thanks,
I love
bye.
you all. Bye.